right, welcome to Tell Us About It Tuesday, where we are glorifying God by sharing the good works of His people. I'm your host, Katie Littles, and tonight our special guest is Tamica A Jones. Tamica, welcome to Tell Us About It Tuesday.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining. I'm so excited for this interview. So, Tamica A. Jones started No Excuses on Fitness and Wellness in 2012. She was at her highest weight of 215 pounds and wore a size 22. I never would have known that. Her fiance, her now husband, was deployed to Afghanistan at the time, and she had given birth to their baby. She didn't want to have all that weight on him when he came home, so she made up her mind that she needed to lose weight. Tamica lost 50 pounds in 5 months, yay. And while on this journey, she has realized that fitness is a ministry that God has given her, and it was a passion. She loved to do it so much that she would do it for free. And when she is training or doing fitness, this is her time with God, and it's her turn to share the ministry that God gave her. Her business, in a sentence, is to move on purpose and make every step count. Again, Tamica, welcome to Tell Us About It Tuesday. I'm so excited that you're here. I am just going to share this real quick. And I want to thank everyone for joining tonight. If you have any questions or comments, please post them down in the comment box there. And if we can get to them, we will. If not, we'll go back to it later and answer those questions for you. So I want to start out first with what I like to call What's the What? And it's just 5 little questions about something, but about nothing really. So what is one place you would like to visit?
Samoa.
Where was it?
Samoa.
Samoa. Oh, okay. That's like in the tropics?
I think it's in Hawaii.
Hawaii. Okay. Cool.
Rock.
Oh yeah, that's okay. Yeah, you said that now. Oh yeah, I know. I've heard of that place before. Okay, what's the best movie you've ever seen?
Oh, there's been so many of them. The Passion of the Christ made me go get saved again in the bathroom. War Room made me really want to pray, but I could watch Major Pain over and over again because it's funny.
Yeah, I remember that movie. It's really, really good. So if you have to sing karaoke, what song will you pick?
Oh my God. I'm Every Woman.
Let me tell you, you say that, and I said this before, you are definitely superwoman in my eyes. But once people get to know you and see everything that you have going on and how you balance everything, they'll be like, yeah, she is definitely superwoman. So that's a great song for you. And what is your favorite food?
Oh my God. I don't have one. I can eat at Olive Garden soup and salad. I can do that.
Okay. And what's your favorite Bible verse?
Okay, so John 3 John the first and the second verse, which is beloved, I pray that you may be prosperous in all things and in health, just as your soul prospers.
Oh, I like that. I really, really like that.
Yeah.
That's a good verse to have in your corner there. Okay, so we're going to get into our the main part of our interview. So when you decided you needed to lose weight, how did you get started?
It was okay. So my fiance at the time, we had just had a 1 pound, 14 ounce baby girl.
Oh wow, funny.
And it was a joke. Like he was military and very fit. And I was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get up one day and I'm just gonna do it. And I was like, I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. So one day I was in my classroom in Baltimore. Now I have been in the military for 8 years, but I was in my classroom in Baltimore and I had on some corduroys. Oh my God, this is so embarrassing. And I was walking and you could
making forest fire.
But I did not know it was me. Like I was talking to my kids in my classroom and I heard swish, 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 swish. I was like, and when I stopped, the noise stopped. So I was like, Oh my God. And I realized it was me, so I went and sat behind my desk and I did not move the whole day.
Oh wow.
And so I had the conversation with Courtney over the phone. And the baby was still in the NICU, and I got up at 4 o'clock that morning, and at first I just tried everything. I tried, shoot, I think insanity. I bought everything from which kind of beach body, honey.
Uh-huh.
So it was just that moment that I realized I was unhealthy, and and I was okay with it. Like it, girl, you got us some corduroys. You about to set the whole classroom on fire. I'm gonna need you to sit down somewhere. It was that moment that when I realized I was unhealthy, and I had become okay with it. Like I knew I was unhealthy. I kept putting it off. I had every excuse. I had at that time. I had Jasmine, Jamon, Ashley, and just had my mom. So I was at 4 kids. And so I was cool with it. I was like, oh, okay, whatever. I can lose it at any time. That wasn't the case. I just got bigger and bigger, bigger.
Oh wow. That is so
That story's hilarious. Like when I tell people, like, what? Yeah.
that is funny. That's what I call creating forest fire.
Girl, I'm about to say the whole.
I'm in here creating forest fires. Yeah. It's funny. So when did you realize that fitness was your ministry?
Because so to went with Gabby, I lost the 50 pounds and I kept continuing to lose weight. And it wasn't until 2015 that I realized it was my ministry, because I had hit a low. I had Cameron at the time, and that's my baby now that we know now is autistic. But I was in Metter, Georgia, and I was going through postpartum, and I did not know that I was going through. I didn't know what it was. I was just like, I was always sad. I never had anything positive to say. I was just like, and I was ballooning. And I remember the night I had a girlfriend call me. She was checking on me and my girls. And I had gotten to the point where I just did not want to be here. I was just like, I was ready to take me out, the girls out. Mental illness is real, people. Look, so in that moment, the spirit spoke to me and said, I need you to move. I need you to get up and I need you to move. And although Cameron was just uncontrollable, and I got on Facebook, I put myself on Facebook and I said, I'm going to lose all this baby weight and you guys are going to join me in doing it. And I did it. And every time I said something, it would be like, and no excuses and no excuses and just everything. I would have the baby attached to me. I would be showing it on here. It was amazing. So I realized in that moment that even though people were watching me, I don't want to get emotional, but I am. Look, I even though people were watching me, it was just me and God. Like he was saving my life. Like in that moment, he was literally saving my life through exercise, through saying, this is, I live here. How can you possibly be prosperous in anything and you're not taking care of where the Holy Spirit lives? Like if you can't raise your hand or shout without getting winded, you say you love me and I live here. So if I live here, are you going to invite Jesus into a dirty house? Are you going to invite him into a space that's not healthy? So if God lives in this, what we call this body, because you know that song that says, there's a leak in this old building. Mm-hmm. This is our building, and we have to take care of it. We have to do maintenance to it, make sure it's livable and workable, sustainable for what we need.
Oh wow, yeah, I like that. Well, I never would have known because I followed you for quite a while on Facebook, and I never would have known that you were going through that. So I'm just so thankful that, God will, you were able to hear the Holy Spirit and come out of that. And you are such, like I called you Superwoman. I probably said many, many times, but you are such an encouragement to so many people, even when people don't say anything. I know that people see you, and you are so encouraging. I don't want to get ahead of myself, so I'm just going to stop right there and go to the next because I knew I was going to skip down to something else. So where do you see no excuses on fitness and wellness going in the future?
I just had a girlfriend ask me that today, because we are doing some, God is moving, and he had to move a lot of things that hurt so bad. Like, people I thought would be there, to watch it do what it did, were no, they just, God had other things for them to do. And I'm so excited because you need those distant supporters, and you need to be somebody else's distant supporter. But I see it going hard for people, for not just fitness, but for anything you want to do, you have to intentionally move your body to do it.
Yes.
I see it in years to come being clothing and supplements and
Okay.
trainers, just everything. I wanted to do and be everything to everybody. I want it to be what God wants it to be, because God is everything to everybody when they need it. So that's what I want the business to do: be everything to everybody when they need it, as God sees fit for it to do it.
Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. So this is so how has the way you minister changed during the pandemic? Because I know you used to go out into the community and have classes and different things like that. So how now, what does that look like for you?
They notice that it's on internet, because I've always been working out from home, but
Mhm.
I think God was like, put it in a situation where the last have now, are beginning to move forward and become first, and the first that most that need to be out are becoming, not being so prominent in this time.
Mhm.
So I'm, because I'm being more noticeable now because I do what I do.
Yeah, and for those of you who don't know, Tamika every day, well, Monday through Friday, she goes on 4 moves, 3 sets, and I'm going to say I watch them, but I haven't actually done anything yet. But I'm watching, and I'm like, what, I can do that. And then I see you use weights when you do yours, but you always say you don't have to use weights. You can do these without weights. And I'm like, okay, I just need to move, and all I hear in my mind is move on purpose, make every step count. That's, I've been following you for a while, and I was like, okay, I just need to do more. So what I do now is I walk every morning, at least 5 days a week, about 2 miles every morning. So, but I know I do need to get that other part in there too. So I'm watching you. And I will continue to watch you. So y'all, her contact information is in the description box. If you want some simple exercises that doesn't hurt you, you don't need a lot of equipment, please go to her page, and all her videos are there, Facebook and Instagram. So you can go back and watch those and get some simple exercises you can do at home without a lot of equipment. So I'm telling you, it's good. Even though I haven't done it yet, I'm getting there. I might have to start a few more forest fires before I get there, but I'm getting there. So this is where I was going before when I said I didn't want to get ahead of myself. You are an advocate for people. You're always promoting and supporting other people. Why is it so important to you to show support for others the way you do?
Because what I think, what's wrong, and this is just for me, nobody else has to agree with this, but what I see wrong in the Christian community is they believe we've limited God to say, oh, well, if I write a book, then you can only support my book. And there's not enough. People think that God is not limitless, and
Mm-hmm.
He is. And what I say, you could probably say the same thing, but what God has purpose for your tribe to get needs to come from you, and what God purpose for my tribe to get needs to come from me. And it's very important that you not just say I support, but
Mhm.
literally support. Put it on your page. Ain't nobody gonna get bigger than God, and that's the problem. We're trying to take the glory from God and say we doing it for God, but we want people to see us. Like, you see me, and you see me because I wrote this, but
Yeah.
then we stick God on it, because sometimes it's like if we stick God on it, it sound good. But
Mhm.
what if God literally took our face off of everything?
Yes.
And would we give him the same glory as if he plastered our face on every billboard, on every TV station? Would he still get all of the glory?
Yeah.
And that's important to me, to show you that there is enough out here for everybody to eat, because God is not limit. He's not limited. He's limitless.
Limitless.
So
Yes.
if you and when you sow seed and you support, you'll get, God will give you exactly what you need when you need it. Because the thing is, if you always walk around like this mine, you can't
Mhm.
have it, can't have this, then how are you open to receive
To
more?
receive. Yes.
So that's a big thing for me. Like,
Yeah, that is great. And I've always noticed that you always support other people, always support other people. And I think that's absolutely great. So, yeah. And that's one of the reasons why Tell Us About It Tuesday came along, so that people can see all of these great things that other people are doing. You know, it's just not in your little world, but there are people all over doing things, even if you're doing things that are similar. Like you said, there's people that I'm called to reach, there's people that you call to reach. So, you know, that way everybody can get in on the goodness of the Lord. So,
yeah,
but that,
because like somebody will hit me up and be like, "Hey, she's Cassandra Wright, awesome, personal trainer in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, killing it." And you know, K Michelle Bryant, who just started Babe, and hers is Black and exercising. That's like killer, you know. So I'm just like, there's so many things going on that you can't. It's like when you're in God and you got good news and good stuff, you can't keep it to yourself, because if it's all that good, you got to share it with somebody. You want somebody else to know about it. I feel like if I got some bread and it's good, which carbs aren't great, but I'm just saying, share it, you know, just share it. That's what it's about. It's about sharing it, and what you sow, you get that back. Like, whether you get it back monetarily or you get it back spiritually, or just the energy you put out is what you get back.
that is great. Amen. That is great. So, you are a wife, a mother, and a grandmother. So, how do you balance those roles with your fitness ministry?
uh Fitness helps me balance it. Like, whether you believe it or not, the chemicals inside of your body need to be balanced with proper eating and exercising, so that the food you eat is exactly what comes out of you. If you eat, you know, when you eat a whole lot of food, you get sluggish and you're like, oh,
Hmm.
you literally are what you eat. Sometimes we feel like too much sugar is really unhealthy for you. If you put a screen up of crack cocaine or heroin and sugar brain, it's the same thing.
Oh, wow.
To limit your sugar intake. Um, your body is made to burn fat. Like right now, I got on a coat, but keto literally, and I eat carbs. I do. I don't deprive myself of anything. I do everything in moderation, just like the Bible tells us. Everything is done in moderation. It
Hmm.
is all about understanding that once you understand you and get your mind right, you can balance everything else out. Like, I'm a mom of six. I'm 44 years old. I have two beautiful grandkids, and I must say, it is nothing but God, and really exercising and dieting and making sure that mentally I'm okay.
Okay, that's good. And I like to use the analogy of when you're on an airplane and they tell you to put the mask on yourself first before you try to save someone else. So you have to save yourself first, take care of yourself, and then you won't be able to take care of, so you can be able to take care of other people. So that is absolutely great. And So, well, I guess you answered that. I was going to ask you, what's your favorite self-care activity? Is it exercise?
That's it. Like it. That's it. I do it when I'm upset. I do it when I'm sad. I do it when I'm happy. And it's a different. Like there'd be a time where nobody would ever know it. Like I could go teach a class at the Y, or I could go do gospel Zumba, and no matter what I'm feeling before I walk in, as soon as that class starts, there's a prayer that's gonna go forth, there's a testimony, and then there's laughter, and then there's just doing it. And it's no longer me. I feel like what happens is I leave the building
Mm-hmm.
and maybe the exercise angel spirit comes in and it's like, yeah, and his wings are going. And that's what I see. Like his wings are going and he's just, and
Like
he's
Richard said,
hovering. Like in my mind, this is what I see. I see the angels up in heaven, like and left and right, and and it could be one person that joins, and I will do it like it's 1,500 people in the room because I'm just excited. One person, I do it for free. I do it for free. So
yeah,
I'm okay.
that's awesome. Oh, wow, that's awesome. So, what advice will you give someone who knows they need to lose weight but doesn't know where to start?
You just started.
Just start.
You just did it. When you realize that you need to lose weight,
Mm-hmm.
you started right there.
Okay.
You acknowledge that you needed to do it. The next step comes in with writing the vision and making it plain. And writing a goal, like most people, like, okay, I know I want to lose weight, so I'm gonna get up and start running and then pass out down the street. You gotta know, you gotta have a goal. Like, okay, I know I need to lose weight.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't want to wait till you get to the doctor and the doctor telling you if you don't lose weight you're gonna die. So now you doing it not because you want to do it but because you have to do it.
Mm.
You do it, you be like, okay, I gotta lose weight. Now I'm gonna sit down and write it out, like, okay, I'm gonna start walking because I can't run because the impact to my knees, the weight that I'm carrying, that's too much for me. But you know what, in a week, like in a month or two, I'm gonna start running. And I'm not going to look at the scale because the scale is the devil.
Let me tell you.
I'm going to start taping myself. I'm going to get the jeans out of the closet that I have just put way back there, or a dress. And I'm going to go shopping in my own closet. And I'm going to pull out something. And that's my goal. I'm going to get back in that and be comfortable. Or if something that's fitting too tight for you, you put that on and say, okay, I can fit it, but it was a little snug.
Mm-hmm.
But there, after you realize the first thing you did was say, I need to lose weight, get up and write it down. So it's a visual that's holding yourself accountable. So when you go back and look at it, you can see what you see. You can see how far God has brought you.
Yes.
Yeah. So you can see how far God has brought you.
That's good. That's good. I like that. So, what advice would you give someone who they've started on the fitness journey, but they've gotten stuck or they aren't seeing the results that they thought that they would be seeing?
I think most people who are that way is because they're looking. Because
Okay.
we're looking, but other people see. God sends other people to see what we don't see.
Okay.
So it's not really for you to see. Okay, so if you hit a plateau, you're like, okay. So when I hit a plateau, what I would do is jolt myself with, like, if I haven't eaten clean, I'd literally jolt myself with some sugar and be like, my body be like, shocker. And then I would go right back into it. I didn't exercise harder. I didn't go harder. I gave my body something that was like, oh, you did that? Like, I would be like, get a I don't know, a donut or something. And I'd eat it, I would, and I'd joke my body. And then I would just keep going. But you have to have a realistic expectation because some people have what I call a very unhealthy relationship with food.
Mm-hmm.
When people start weight journeys, they go, well, what should I eat?
Yeah.
Um, we have unhealthy relationships with food because we eat when we're happy. Wedding, we eat when we're sad. Breakup, we eat to celebrate. We just eat all the time. When you go on a date, nobody says, "Hey, let's go hiking." You're like, "We're going to dinner and a movie."
Yes.
There's no activity anymore. Remember when you were younger, you go skating, go
Mhm.
bowling. You're doing something with activity. We associate food with every emotion versus the fact that food is operating our body to do something. Like when you say superfoods, antioxidants, um, strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, every last food is made to do something in the body. When you overindulge in it, that's when it becomes sickening. That's when it becomes a disease. It's unhealthy. We need to get a better relationship with food. So when you are plateauing, you need to go back and revamp what you wrote down in the beginning
Mhm.
and then review it because
Okay.
you haven't stalled. You just missed a step. You have to go back and go, okay, what did I do differently from right now? Or what do I need to do differently? Do I need, because when you start losing weight, your body requires more food to burn more calories. The
Okay.
smaller you get, you need to fuel the body. Fuel the body. Or if you're doing intermittent fasting, that's fine too. But you have to get to a realistic goal. Like, okay, you can't be like, you want to be 145 pounds, and then when you get to 145 pounds, I want to be 120. Like some people's body is not built to be like that, and it's now becoming an unhealthy obsession versus a healthy
Okay. That's some good advice. I need to write that down for myself.
one.
Because let me tell you. So, we have a show called Promise Friday where we explore promises from the Bible. What role does your faith in God taking your journey to get to where you are now and where you want to be in the future?
I'm just riding it. Like I don't. The thing is, I don't have like I know, and my mother was just telling me this. Like you gotta tell God what you want, but that's the problem. I don't know what I want. I want whatever God wants for me. So whatever no excuse on is supposed to do, it's gonna do it. Whatever God's will is for it. That's my faith. It's whatever your will be. Because I don't want to get the big head. Like I don't want to be like, it's me, this me, it's me. It's me. And I feel like the worst thing in the world is to get the me head and then he snatched the rug out from under you. Where I've now finally found my lane. And
Mhm.
just when you find your lane, gotta switch it up and be like, all right, now
Yes.
do this. And I'll be like, ah man, I done got so comfortable in this lane. God forbid he'd be like, all right, now you gonna go over here and teach millions of people to do this. I'm be like, nah, I'm good. I'm just I just want to be prepared for whatever he has. That's my faith. My faith is my prayer and faith. My prayer for myself is to always stay humble and to always keep him close. Like always just to be like, I want to be everybody else's biggest cheerleader so God can keep being mine. I just want to do that's what I want. If I do that, I know he'll always be cheering me on, saying, okay, since you did that, let me allow you. I want to be faithful over the little. That's it. I don't want to be faithful over the little thing.
Okay, that's good. I like that. So, which two people have been the most influential in your life?
Oh wow. Really? Can I only have two? But
Well, I know usually people, well, actually, I should have named it different. I should have said, name two people that have been most influential in your life. Because I know a lot of people have more than two, but for the sake of time, I keep it at two.
um, my dad, that's my man. That's my man. And I would say um my kids, like my family, just them one whole people's, all of them. When I look at them, they're a lot of the reason. Like they just even when if you ask me who Tamica is, it's them. It's my family. So my family with my dad being included, it that's a big, 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 big thing.
That's
And
good.
the second one would be the second people's would be when Courtney added the family, his family to my
Yes.
family. It's been awesome.
Yeah, I remember when we met. I was
Oh
like,
my God, we was just talking about it. Yeah, yeah.
so welcome, like just I was like, okay, this is kind of crazy, but but it was good. It was good. Yeah.
Awesome.
Like that. Yeah. So, what is one thing you want everyone to know either about yourself or just some general advice?
General advice about me, what you see is what you get. But in general, trust God. Whatever
Mm-hmm.
you're going through, whatever you think you're going through, whatever you think you might be going through, you are not where you are because it's not purposed. You are where you are because it's purposed, and
Yes.
God needs to grow you up right where you are. So just stay there. Don't move before God. Just move. Stay behind. Stay in Him.
In
Not,
him. Yes.
don't stay in Him. Don't use Him. Stay in Him. We'll go from there.
I like that. Stay in him. So, where can our viewers connect with you online?
um, No Excuse Zone on IG, Mika No Excuse Zone on Facebook. I am on Twitter, but I don't use it. No, no, no.
Okay.
I'm on Pinterest too, but I don't. It's all No Excuse Zone though. If you put it
Okay.
in there, it's in there.
Okay. All right. So, is there anything else you want to say before we leave?
I want to say thank you. I am so proud of you. Like I cannot. Oh my god! Like I'm so. If I could just reach through this and just hug you, God, man, good. I'm so proud of you. Like yeah, I'm so excited and proud of you, and I can't wait, Miss Next Oprah Winfrey, for what God is about to do for you. Like I'm happy I was on the platform when it was like right here. Make sure you be up when you got the network. That's one thing.
Okay. Oh my goodness. If only you knew some of the things I've been thinking about, but we're going to end it right there.
Yeah.
So there you have it, folks, straight from Mrs. Tamica A. Jones herself. Please connect with her on Facebook. Go on and Facebook and Instagram. Go on, watch those videos, get you some easy exercises that you can do, 4 moves, three sets. See, I watch
Your
her
own pace, like at your own pace.
at your own pace. Yes. And I really love your motto because I remind myself of it all the time. No excuse zone, make every step count, move on purpose. So be intentional about everything that you do. And I really, really like that. And it has helped me over the years that I've met you, that I keep that in mind, that I'm not just doing things just to be doing them, but everything has a purpose. So thank you, Tamica, for joining us. And thank you, everyone, for watching, whether you're watching live or watching the replay. We will be back here again on Friday morning at 10 a.m. for Promise Friday. And next Tuesday, we will be back with another special guest. So have a good rest of the week and have a great night. Good night.